Downwind month, July, here with Oskar Johansson. You might remember from last year, M2O. Pretty crazy, right? It was a battle between him and James Casey, and you're here for a rematch.
We had a good little rematch today. So first race out of the way, Paddlemua. James got me this time though. We were neck and neck the whole race. Ended up becoming a pump finish through the inside reef, and he got me again. Forever gets me, but a few of those the other boys like Finn Spencer, Edo, Kane DeWild, those guys were way out. Those guys were flying out there. So yeah, it was a good little battle with me, Perth and James, so the Aussie boys, and Gage as well. So yeah, it was a really good race.
Yeah, I mean the competition, I just went through the results. 100 and plus SUP downwind foilers. Last year, not even half of that.
Yeah.
The gear has changed. I see production foils now that were prototypes last year. Yeah, can you reminisce a little bit on this whole craze that's going on right now?
Yeah, it's insane to see what the brands are bringing out. Everyone's bringing out completely new, different foils. I ended up just back on the stock 685 just because that wind was pretty north. It was a little bit light. So I kind of thought, go with the old trusty, a little bit more bottom end, but just didn't have enough to keep up with those other boys, especially with the new fancy foils they got going on. But yeah, we're prototyping, we're testing, and M2M, M2O, I think we'll hopefully have something special.
Very cool. Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of rematches going on, of course, coming up. And then just the past year, what have you been up to? Have you competed outside Australia and outside of Hawaii at all? Have you been traveling?
So yeah, I got to go over to France for the Downwind Championship over in France. Got second there as well, which was awesome. Really cool. We then had a downwind race in Sydney, so the Northern Foils downwind race. Same thing, me and James battled it out. He got it again, so forever coming second. I don't know what's going on. But then we actually had a prone foil event up in kind of the mid-north coast, New South Wales. Pretty much all the best foils from Oz were there. So it was really good to mix it up, having a prone event, and I beat James there, so at least I got him once.
Okay. Nice. So you get a really good overview on what's going on in the competitive and in the commercial downwind or SUP foil or foil altogether.
Yeah.
Where do you see the state of the industry and the state of the international SUP foil scene, so to speak?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I think the gear's evolving still at such a rapid rate. It's insane to see what guys are riding now and making work, aspect ratios that you wouldn't even think are possible. Like it's an arms race at the moment, and everyone's coming to the table. We're able to tap into totally new speeds that just weren't possible before, so everyone's getting quicker, but that top end's gotten a lot tighter. This race, normally there'd be like 4 or 5 of us battling out at the front. Mm-hmm. There was 20 of us all out together out in front. So the gear that everyone's on, like the production Armstrong foils, they were out there in the front, so there was plenty of guys, not just the pro riders, out there battling, and everyone was giving it a proper go, so it's awesome.
Yeah, and just for all you weekend warriors out there, even I could ride a 685 downwind foil, and very intimidated by it at first, and then very, very euphoric about it. So the bar really becomes lower and lower for entry level gear, or like getting guys like me on better gear and guys like you becoming faster and more competitive. Yeah,
exactly. And I think that's what they sound intimidating, but with the way that boards have evolved, everything's evolved to make it easier to get on foil. Once you're on foil, these are some of the fastest, most efficient foils, so you're doing much less effort once you're on foil. You're just gliding and linking the bumps, so the gear's come a long way, and I think it's accessible.
Yeah, so we're far from the end here. What we're looking at next year, mark those words in history, we're probably going to be even on crazier gear.
Yeah, it'll definitely keep getting crazier. Seeing what guys have got already, give another 6 months, it'll be a whole nother landscape.
Nice. And now back to Downwind month in Hawaii. Next weekend is the Pailolo channel, and then right away back to back basically the M2O. So we're gonna have action-packed weekend next weekend.
We've got a rest day in between, so gonna ice the legs, maybe just a bit of a taper this week, test out a little bit more gear, get on top of things, and then big race after that.
Wow, so busy. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Sounds good.
Cool.